Hey everyone, my name is Colin and welcome to this video. Today I just want to walk you through my Logic project session of All Night Parking by Adele. I did a cover of it with my wife um, and released it on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok or whatever, all that good stuff. And so I just kind of like the last cover I made a walkthrough of. I just wanted to do that with this one as well, and just kind of show you what I did, my thought process. Literally for the fact, not to toot my own horn, because I know I have a lot to get better at, but simply just to maybe help inspire anybody else, give anybody else ideas, workflow, creative, get the creative juices flowing, whatever. And so let's just kick it off here. Let me make sure I'm still recording because I'm paranoid from the last time I did this. Where's Logic? Okay. So if you haven't heard this song, you should good. You should. Woo, what did I say? You should go watch it. Listen to it rather, because it's music, not video. It's a great song. It actually used a sample from a lo-fi artist that I cannot remember the name of. And I didn't sample anything in this. I wanted to create it all myself. One, for the complication of like she sampled somebody else who sampled it. Well, the original sample sampled an old jazz song, and then Adele sampled the song that sampled the jazz song. I did not want to sample Adele's song, which sampled the lo-fi song, which sampled the jazz song. So I recreated it myself, and then kind of put my own spin on it. And so let's see, where should we start? I guess we'll start with the piano because that's kind of the main thing. So I'm not a great piano player. I can get by for some things, but so basically what I did is I found a video on YouTube of those piano roll videos where they're playing and like the notes are scrolling down and they light up when they play and all that stuff. I found one of those for this song, for that piano track, and I painstakingly watched the video on like half speed, and I went through in Logic Piano Roll. It has a feature. Other DAWs might have this feature, so I don't know. But in Logic, there's a feature where it records incoming MIDI like messages, not keystrokes, piano notes, basically where like instead of like pressing record, the playhead scrolls and I'm playing live. In the piano roll, as I press a key on the keyboard, it inputs the notes and moves by a certain note value. And so here, I went, I think here or maybe I can't remember honestly. I might have gone here and changed the note value every time. Oh no, I remember what I did, but I can't remember how to get there. I found it. This is what I did. This is the step input keyboard. So I go to Window, go to Step Input Keyboard. There is the key command to do it too. And so for every note change, I had to change it to these notes. It was very tedious, but it was the best way. I was not going to be able to learn how to play that. Very jazzy, all that kind of stuff. So I would not have been able to do it myself. So painstakingly went in and did that. The way I set it up, if you can see maybe, oh no, that doesn't do what I needed it to. I basically, let me see, did I hide them? I did, but I ended up moving it. I had the piano tracks. I did a left hand and a right hand so that I could organize very clearly which hand was doing what when I was doing this process to create the keys part. Then I basically, I just joined them. I think I selected them like this or whatever, pressed J, joined them, and I think it joined it to one thing. And then I put it on one track. So this is the keys. I'm going to try to streamline this a little bit quicker than the last walkthrough I did. I wanted some interesting texture, so I put this thing called the Things Texture by Audio Thing. I believe it's Audio Thing. Audio Thing. Very interesting, granular reverb kind of thing. Let's see. I'm going to turn off this and just see what that sounds like. Might have to turn off some master bus stuff. We'll see. Let me change my buffer size and make sure that I'm still recording. Yep. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, so it's just an interesting effect and texture. And then let's see here. For bus 13, I had some delay. I did a low cut to just do the high frequencies so that the left hand, the bass, could stay really consistent and kind of foundational. But then the higher parts of the keyboard were kind of the ones that got more delayed. I did Valhalla delay. Love this as a 16th note. Gain. Kind of don't remember why I have the gain on there. I guess just to make it louder without having to boost. Actually, that's weird that I did that. I don't know why I did that. But let's hear that with the delay. See, the low hand kind of stays unaffected for the most part. The reason I put delay on it, I mean, I like the effect, but also the original lo-fi one sounds, it's hard to describe, sounds a little almost glitchy. I didn't know how to get that, so I did this, and I like what it did. So that's what I did for the piano, and then I broke it down into sections so that I could copy and like paste it. I just like kind of listened through the original track just to see how many times it did each thing, and then I kind of made each section its own thing so I could just copy and paste it so I didn't have to do it every time. Intro keys is the same as a C section, but then I did some very drastic high passing and low passing, and then boosted the mids to give it kind of a lo-fi EQ. But then in this is an upright piano I have. I love this one. I did some vibrato. You could also do the chorus plugin at 100% mix for some pretty decent vibrato within Logic. Just for the intro, you got to have a good intro because that's what grabs people, right? So this is what that sounds like. I just wanted it to be interesting, but kind of harken back to this piano part, right? And then, let's see, let me turn that back on before I forget. Let's see what's next in the arrangement. I have drums, and I have bass, and then vocals, these couple other things. So let's do the drums. So I just used one of Logic's drum machine designer kits. Pretty standard stuff. The 808 Flex, I just found something I liked and that kind of sounded similar to the original, but something that I liked for this particular arrangement and cover. And then I went in and created a pattern region, which is basically, it's like a drum sequencer, but for Logic, and then you can do all these different things. They have a how do I do it? I can't remember. Oh, nope. Oh, you press that, and then you can do some different things like, let's say you have all these snares. If I want it to be a different pitch or repeat a few times, you can do that. And so it's really flexible and it's super fast, super easy to get some cool beats and just loop them. And so I kind of treated this a lot of the same way I treated the keys. I kind of just made it section by section, got it to be what I wanted, then copied and pasted it. Again, it's similar to the original, but it's just different enough that it works for this cover. And so let's listen to some of that. Not all of it, but some of it. You can see where it repeats right here. And let's see. So within the stack, it's mainly kick and snare, hi-hat. Dude, I didn't pan the hi-hat. Wow, what's wrong with me, dude? Okay, and so that's just, I mean, it's just a simple little thing, you know? Had a little bit of a, actually, where's that going to? That's 15. Oh, it was right there, and I missed it. It's the drum verb. That it's not sending to at all. This is fun. I like doing these because it's like, I get to go back in time and be like, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? I didn't even do that, like in this case. That's way too much, but that sounds kind of cool. Don't know why. I guess I just didn't use it. So let's check out the bass. What did I do on the 808? So I used Alchemy. I created my own sub bass or 808 bass, some sine waves, different tunings. That one's down 2 octaves. Micro kick. I thought I could press something and hear it. Micro kick, just so it has a little bit of a like snap and bump to it. And then I put some distortion on it just to give it some upper harmonics. Side chained it to the kick. And that's basically all I did on that. Let's listen to that. That's following the rhythm of the original bass pretty closely, and I'll let you hear with the drums. Yeah, so again, just simple. I just try to mimic a lot of what that was doing. Here's a breakdown. Oops, my voice cracked. With some from the drum kit, like the acoustic drum kit. Just some simple little acoustic stuff to break this up a little bit more. Just another texture, and they have something like that in the original. You're gonna hear me say the original a lot. The trombone part, that was fun to make. There's some trombone in the original sample, and this is all that I did. So I just used Logic's horns, did expressive short. Oh, why did that change the moment I pressed it? But so it kind of, you know. So it's just an easy way to get some expressiveness, not just sound like brass synth kind of noises, you know. So that's just going in there. Let me mute these so that it's a little bit easier. That's just mimicking the piano part. Yeah, and then I have these snaps. I believe they are a logic loop. Already verby enough for my liking. They didn't have anything like that in the original, and I just wanted something. Oops, sorry about that. I just wanted something, another little percussive little element in there, you know. And let's see, make sure my battery's good. Let's see, what else? Oh, this upright bass is super cool. Let me show you that. Again, this is Logic's upright bass, and it sounds really, really cool. Have Chroma Glow on it to and Fat Effects to just shape the bass a little bit more, compress it a little bit within Fat Effects. I have this on the squeeze mode, but very low mix, so that it's bringing out some upper harmonics, making it sit way better in the mix. And then I'm compressing it some more with the LA2A Vintage Opto just for some like color. Seems like the LA2A brings out some nice kind of mid-range. And so I'll show you that. And that might kind of sound fuzzy with the Chroma Glow on it and the Fat Effects. I'll show you without though, without any of the effects. Let me see. That was at negative 9.8. I'll show you what it sounds like in the mix without that. That's certainly not bad. Let me turn everything else back on and then do it again. It just sits better to me. It has a little bit more character. Oh, I know what I had that drum reverb on for. Right here, I do a send to the drum reverb for a big verbed out snare hit. We'll listen to that really fast. I'm not dumb after all. All right, check this out. And it didn't do it. Because it was muted. And then I just automated it just to, I don't know why that opened. Just to kind of have like a gated kind of sound, but that I didn't want to fiddle with the gate timing and all that stuff, so I just automated it. Just to have a nice transition from that small, like that down part kind of back into it. And then vocals, really similar to what I did on the last one, except my wife's singing on it with me. So process like that is just recording, comping, you know, standard stuff. Then I will duplicate the take after recording it, comping it together. Then I will join the comp, cut out breaths, do crossfades, any other like minor cleaning up that I may need to do. Like if I miss something near the comping, like, oh, there's a pop there and maybe I need to go back and grab something and put it in there. Join those together with all the silence and the breaths taken out. Melodyne it. I'll melodyne it on the join, and then I will bounce it in place. I'll duplicate it, bounce it in place through Melodyne and name that Melodyne. Then I have Melodyne 2, which is, I probably missed something after bouncing the Melodyne in and then just redid it. And I'll leave Melodyne on there just in case I need to go back and change something again. And I'll always bounce through Melodyne, so I bake it in there just to make sure nothing glitches. Um, Melodyne doesn't mess up for whatever reason or lose it, and then I have to redo it all. So I'll just I'll bounce it in, but I'll leave Melodyne on the channel strip just in case I need to do it again or readjust something. Because sometimes it sounds awesome when soloed, but then I play it in the mix and it sounds like it's too much, even if it's not too much. Sometimes Melodyne can sound almost auto-tuned in the mix, and so sometimes you have to go back in and make it just a little bit not so perfect. And so really standard process like that. I use the Lindell 80 plugin. I love this one. Little low cut, little low shaping, mid shaping, high shaping. Put the Nuke mode compressor on at a low mix. LA two-way from UAD. And then just a little de-esser just to tame those peaks. And I have it being sent to VoxVerb, ChromaVerb, Vocal Hall. I love the ChromaVerb stuff. And then Valhalla delay, just kind of like a little slap-ish. Well, that's a long slap, but you know what I mean.
I know you've got things to do. I just want to spend all my time with you.
And that's the Shure SM86 on her mic. Or her voice, I should say. So I'll play that again.
I know you've got things to do.
That just kind of cleans it up a little bit of compression.
I just want to spend all my time with you.
Some more compression, a little more volume. I think in this, I might have turned up, so on both my mic and her mic, I used the Neve 1073 Unison Pre, and I think on both of our mics, oh, no, sorry, just her mic, I think I turned the gain up a little bit too much. I think it's saturating just a little bit, but I actually found out that I liked it. For this, it kind of has a vintage sound to it.
I know you've got things to do.
On the second verse.
I just want to spend all my time with you.
It's subtle until you add more compression.
I just want to
And then the de-esser and the vocal effects.
I just want to spend all my time.
And the delay.
I just want to spend.
Then together.
I just want to spend all my time with you.
Then same process on mine.
Hard to impress, don't leave me on the stretch alone. When I'm out at a party, I'm just excited to get home and dream next to you.
And then pretty much lastly, these vocal stacks. We did them together. They have this in the original song. So we just stacked it like this.
I do too.
Pan them a little bit. I just threw the pitch correction on there really, really fast for each one. Then I used a little Ultra Boy because in the original, it has this weird formant kind of sound. Like it just doesn't. It's Adele's voice, but it just kind of sounds a little weird, like a little off. And so I did that for all of ours. Like here's mine.
I do too.
Without.
I do too.
So then also an effect that they have in that one. Oh, and on this, some heavy compression, a little EQ shaping, and then tremolo is going back and forth basically like per word. Pretty cool.
I do too.
Really cool. And so all of that in context right there.
I do too. I just want to spend all my time with you. Feels so good.
I'm so hard to impress, don't leave me on the stretch alone.
Yeah, and then for my master bus chain, just a little EQ shaping with the Kirchhoff. Did the BX Townhouse bus compressor. I love the way this one sounds. The JS inflator. This is basically a direct copy of the Oxford inflator. Apparently they null when compared, which is awesome. Still don't actually really know what this thing does or how it works, but I know that it gets it louder a lot faster and easier, and it sounds good. And so I put it on there. Loudness was easy to get. Lindell 80 bus just for the extra color. Little limiting, just a little bit. And then I like to go through Realphones at the end. Realphones helps me mix way better in my room than these HS5s I mixed. And so that's basically the whole thing. It was really simple besides the piano part. After I got done with the piano part, it was just like creative freedom. And it was just fun to figure out how to make things, like kind of make the same sounds, but then kind of make them my own. And so this was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, at the very end, very end, outro section, I had Valhalla delay feedback a lot up just to have some oscillation just to end it. I don't know why it ended like that, because it didn't do that when I bounced it down. It was weird sometimes doing that. But just to have something to fade out with, it was interesting. And so that's all I did. Yeah. And so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I love doing these. I'll do more of them. Hope I gave you maybe some insight, some creative ideas. If it didn't, please tell me in the comments how much I suck and how dumb of a video this was. But please don't do that if you got anything from it or just enjoyed the process. So thanks anyways, and see you next time. Bye.